Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Welcome to Crafty Beach. This is Julie. Today I have Thanksgiving tier tray DIY ideas for you using items from the Dollar Tree, like the dollar spot at Target, and whatever I can find. Now, this is the first tier tray we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing a total of 4, so lots of crafting inspiration for your tier tray. For this one, I'm going to start with a little mini banner for the front of the tier tray because I think that is so cute. So I just have some orange felt that I have from the Dollar Tree and some of their adhesive cork. I think that kind of looks like a cooked pie crust. And so I'm going to use that for the crust part of it, just leaving the sticky back on the back. So I just need to cut out little slices of pie. I always like to try to do odd numbers when I'm doing a little banner of any kind. And so I think I can fit about 5 on here. This is a 2-tier tray that I'm decorating, and I'm going to be hanging this on the top tier of it. I've done a larger version of this before for my coffee bar, so I thought it'd be cute to do a little mini pumpkin pie pennant banner. So it's just a matter of cutting them out. I just kind of sketched them out with a ruler and tried to cut off the Sharpie part. I did notice one of my slices of pie was a little bit smaller than the other ones. So I will fix that before I attach that to the cork. But super easy to do. If you don't have any felt, there's some other items from the Dollar Tree that kind of look a little bit like the pumpkin pie. There's the automotive cloths that are about this color. And actually, I found some really cool, like, crushed velvet at Dollar Tree the other day that was this color as well. So I'm going to attach these. Now, I didn't want to use hot glue because I didn't want it to go through the felt and be visible. So I used school glue. I did try to let it sit up and dry, and they just kind of kept falling off. So I don't think school glue is quite strong enough for this. I did have to go back and reinforce all of them. And I used some of the tacky glue from the Crafter Square at Dollar Tree, and it held way better, and you still can't see it through the front like you would be able to with hot glue, kind of can soak through the fabric a little bit sometimes. So as you can see, I am just cutting them out, leaving the crust on the very end of them. As you can see, they were kind of falling apart on me. And then this is the twine I'm going to use for the mini pennant banner. I always just attach it with a little hot glue on each side of my tier tray when I decorate one of them. And I just left the backing again on the adhesive cork, and I'm just going to glue the twine to it, just kind of spacing it out a little bit as I go. And then we can attach this to the tier tray and we can get decorating. This first tier tray, I think, is probably the easiest one that we did today. It really only took me about 30 minutes, I think. So for the whipped cream, can't forget that. I'm going to use some of the Dollar Tree's little caulk mastic from the hardware section and do a little dollop of faux whipped cream on each one of our pumpkin pie slices. And we can just attach it. Like I said, I just do a little dot of hot glue. It's easy enough to get off there when I want to clean that off. Now for the ring on the top of the tier tray, I thought I would decorate it as well. I found one of these little doorknob charms, I guess they are, from the Dollar Tree that had pine cones and a bell that was shaped like an acorn. So I thought that was really cute. It's all attached just by kind of hot glue. And I really only want the little hanging pieces. So I can just tie them onto the top of the tier tray itself. So I just used a little heat to melt that glue and pulled them all off. Super cute and saves you a lot of step from having to attach the little eye hooks to these and the twine and everything like that. And a really good value for $1.25. I think that is my favorite, the acorn. Though we are going to be using a lot of acorns in this tier tray. I really love acorns for Thanksgiving. So I just tied all 3 of those to the top. Now for the next DIY, I picked up one of the little turkey wood boxes from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to give this a very simple DIY. Staining these boxes, I think is a little bit easier than trying to paint them. So I'm just going to use some Antique Wax by Waverly and go over the entire turkey with that, wiping off the excess stain with a baby wipe so it's not too dark and it kind of lets me blend around. The inside of these boxes are kind of small, so it's a little hard to get into. I'm just going to stain the areas where I think you'll be able to see it, but I'm not going to do any staining on the inside of the box. I don't think that's really necessary. And the baby wipe also helps to kind of spread the stain around for any of those like little nooks and crannies that you need to get some stain on. So I just did all the sides, and we're just going to use this as like a little planter box. I picked up some actual real wheat at the grocery store just because I think it's prettier than the faux wheat from the Dollar Tree, but you could use that one too if that's all that you can find. But look how gorgeous this is. I think it's so pretty. I think I got this at Trader Joe's when I was down visiting my son at college. But I am just going to cut some pieces down. I cut it pretty short because the box is pretty short, but I want it to be overflowing with wheat. Kind of resembles like turkey feathers a little bit too, you know, sticking out from the top of the turkey. But I think this is going to be really cute on my Thanksgiving tier tray this year. So I'm going to put it right back here. It's kind of tall, and you'll be able to see the little turkey back there. Now for the next item, I just picked up a Dollar Tree gourd. Super simple. I don't have to do anything to this. It'll stand up on its own too. So I'm going to kind of put that in the back for a little bit of height back there. Now for a sign for the front, I actually found this at the Target dollar spot for $1. Them and Dollar General is also a good resource to find things for $1. So actually 25 cents cheaper than the Dollar Tree, right? I just cut the hanger off of it. This is pumpkin pie, baked fresh daily. And I'm actually just going to lean that up against the pole there in the top of my tier tray. And I didn't really know. I think I'm going to have to rearrange the pine cones a little bit because it was blocking the sign a little bit. So I didn't really want that to happen. I want you to be able to read it. So I just kind of move those around a little bit. The next item I got at the Dollar Tree this year, a little thankful acorn. So it's got thankful written in leather. It's so cute. I didn't have to do anything to it. And I love that it's a different shade of wood than I've been using for the other projects. And that's going to finish off the top of this Thanksgiving tier tray. The next item is this great little acorn dish that I also got at the Dollar Tree this year. I think it's really cute. I love the brown colors. And I'm also going to incorporate one of the little Dollar Tree straw bales. I can put some pumpkins on this. It's going to give it a fun fall touch, and I think it's perfect for harvest or Thanksgiving. And I had so much fun putting this together. I'm so glad I didn't skip Thanksgiving for my tier tray because it looks so cute. It really reminds me that we still have Thanksgiving coming up and it's not all about Christmas, right? So I'm just going to kind of arrange these back here, our little hay bale, and I'm just going to kind of stand the acorn kind of up like that. Now, of course, I need a turkey for a Thanksgiving tier tray. I picked this one up at Target from their party section, not the Dollar Tree, but it was really cute. It wasn't very expensive. I think I picked it up at Target last year, and I think he's really cute. I'm going to put him right here in the front. If you have trouble finding a turkey, Goodwill is a great place to find them, but I like the fact that he's plush. I think he's super cute, and the fall colors are really cute. Now for the hay bale, I'm just going to take some of the little pumpkins from the Dollar Tree that have the little clips on the bottom. They're the perfect size for this. I'm just going to pop the clips off the bottom, stack one on top of the hay bale, and like one right next to it. Now, my next Thanksgiving find, I found this at Target Dollar Spot this year. I was so excited to find it. It's a cornucopia for only $5. So it's kind of a medium size, but I think it's going to fit well on the bottom of my tier tray. And I'm just going to fill it up with the Dollar Tree, like mixed gourds. They have these in different colors. I picked up like every color, just mixing them all together. They're like little pumpkins, little gourds, perfect for a cornucopia. And you can't get much easier than that, right? I can't believe the cornucopia was already made and only $5. And the great thing about it, it's going to fill up this entire side. I just have to do a little maneuvering to get it in there on my tier tray. And this is my 2-tier tray that I picked up on Amazon. I love these. I think I have a link in my Amazon shop as well. I have one in white too. I love them. They're so great to decorate with. But let me give you a little look around this Thanksgiving tier tray before we move on to the next one. I love the little details. It's got all the traditional Thanksgiving items like the pumpkin pie, the cornucopia, the gourds, the turkeys. I love the addition of the acorns. I think that's really cute for fall. And let me tell you, this was so easy to put together. And I just really love how it turned out. Now, don't go anywhere. We have lots more Thanksgiving tier trays for you today. I actually have 3 more. I'm going to put them all together. This is my new one that I just made this year, but I put all my other ones together in one crafting marathon to give you even more crafting inspiration. Hey, be sure to check out my new website. It's craftybeach.net. I'm archiving my DIYs over there. You can pin the items that you'd like to make on Pinterest, and you can remember to DIY them. Now, this is how I DIY'd the same tier tray last year. Now for the top of mine, I thought it'd be really fun to add these little acorns from the Dollar Tree. I know the leaf says thankful, but it doesn't really go with the color scheme that we're doing today, but the orange and green totally does. So I'm just going to remove the little thankful leaf. I don't really need it. I'm just going to use the orange and the green acorns. I think these are so pretty. And I'm going to leave them tied together like that, and then I'm just going to tie them to the ring on the top of my tier tray. This tier tray that I'm decorating is the tier tray for my kitchen. So I wanted to have something fun for Thanksgiving. And it was really quick and easy to put together. Now for this DIY, we're going to use one of these little chunky wood cutting boards from the Dollar Tree and do a fun little turkey cutting board. Now I want to cover it with burlap, and I love using these little burlap bags from the Dollar Tree. They're coated with plastic, which makes them easy to cut, no fray, but you still get the look of burlap. So I'm just going to lay my cutting board on the back and draw with an ink pen on that plastic coating there on the back, and then I can just cut that down to size. And you can see how easy that is to cut. I absolutely love crafting with these. Every time I see these at Dollar Tree, I always pick up a stack. Now, I just got a brand new computer, and you know what? I can't hook my microphone up to it. So I'm using the internal microphone. So I'm not sure how I'm going to sound today, but you'll have to let me know if I sound okay in the comments or what you think. Really wasn't sure exactly how to set this up, but I'm going to do my best. Now, the sides are exposed, and so I'm just going to stain them with some antique wax by Waverly, just to make them look a little bit better. I'm going to cover the front of it with that burlap piece. Staining with antique wax by Waverly, so easy. You just wipe it off with a paper towel. And even though this burlap has that plastic coating on the back, you can still use Mod Podge to attach it to things. So I just do a nice thick coat of Mod Podge and lay the burlap on the front. Now, I know you wouldn't normally think burlap for a cutting board, but this is totally decorative, so I think it's going to work. I wanted to do like a traditional Thanksgiving theme for this tier tray with lots of oranges, greens, and burlap. So I glued it on and just trimmed it to make sure it was a perfect fit. Now to decorate it, we're going to use one of these adorable little felt turkey stickers from the Dollar Tree. Aren't these so cute? I'm trying to find the cutest one to go on our little sign. And of course they're stickers, so all you have to do is peel and stick. I told you these DIYs are going to be really easy. So I put that right on the front of our little cutting board. He's so cute. Now I thought that the handle looked a little bit plain, so I am going to decorate that up a little bit. I thought twine would be good, just kind of wrapping it around the handle just to kind of break up some of the plain burlap up there. So I'm just using this brown and white twine from the Dollar Tree, just wrapping that around a couple times. Then we can just tie a cute little bow here at the top. And it just adds a little bit of texture and fun to the top. I think this is going to look great on the top tier of my 2-tier tray for my kitchen. And we're going to put it right back here. It's nice and tall so we can kind of use it in the back, and it's got a really cute little turkey on it. Now for the other side, I thought we would just use a Dollar Tree gourd. I love the colors on this. I really don't need to do anything to it. It does stand up on its own. I'm going to combine that with a Dollar Tree little pine cone to kind of fill up the other side of the back of my tray. And the colors are perfect. Everything's kind of fall themed, so that's going to look great for Thanksgiving as well. Now, the next item I thought would be perfect. It's one of these little give thanks rolling pin signs from the Dollar Tree. It's the green and the orange that I wanted to go for with this tier tray. I'm just going to trim mine up a little bit, the raffia here, just to make sure that you can read it. But this is perfect for a kitchen for Thanksgiving, and it's the perfect size to fill out the top of the front of that tier tray. I'm going to kind of put mine kind of up higher on one side. And I think that fills out the top tier nicely. I did want to do a little mini pennant banner across the top tier. I thought that would be really cute. So I'm going to use some Dollar Tree felt. I love getting like the multicolored felt at the Dollar Tree. That's very convenient. And there is some orange in here. So I thought we could make like just a little mini pumpkin pie little pennant garland to go across that top tier. I thought that'd be super cute. And the orange felt I think is going to be perfect. Now for the crust, I thought we could use that burlap bag again. I think that would work well for a crust. So I'm just going to cut out like a little square here of this so I can just cut down some triangles. I cut out a whole row, but I'm only going to really need like 3 slices of pumpkin pie because my tier tray on the top there is not very wide. So I just cut down 3 the same size, trying to make them a little bit pointier there. And then I'm going to just cut down a little rectangle of that burlap too. And then we can just attach these to it. That way the burlap can actually be the crust. And it's going to make it a little thicker too. So I needed something a little bit stronger than Mod Podge. So I'm using a little tacky glue to glue the felt down. I didn't really want to use hot glue. I didn't really want that to seep through the felt. But I just make sure that I have a row of burlap on one side that I can use for the crust. I cut it right up against the orange felt for the sides. And then I kind of like cut it in an arch pattern, like, you know, the pie is round. And so I'm also going to do that with the orange felt. It's not attached real tightly there where it comes together, so you can kind of peel it back and do that. I'm going to do the same thing here for pumpkin pie slice number 2 and number 3. And I'm just going to use some twine and just make a really simple little pennant banner. I usually just attach those to my tier tray with a little dot of hot glue on each side. Just a quick, easy way to do it. It doesn't really seem to damage my tier tray at all. This is the twine I'm going to use, the brown and white twine. I just kind of find the middle of it. And using a little hot glue, I'm going to glue the little pie crust right on there. And normally I measure these to make sure they're perfect, but this is pretty small. I think I can kind of just kind of guess if they're about even. And there is my little pumpkin pie. I went ahead and attached this, and then I was like, you know what? I forgot the whipped cream. So I do add it once I already have it attached, but this is what it looks like so far. That's when I was like, where is the whipped cream on my pumpkin pie? So I decided to use some of the white pom-pom trim from Dollar Tree. I love stocking up on these for the holidays. They usually have them for Christmas. I cut off 3 of the little teeny tiny white pom-poms, and then we can just hot glue those to our little pumpkin pies. So easy fix. One thing that comes in handy when you're using a cordless hot glue gun like that is that you can kind of fix your boo-boos if you've already got it hung up there. But I just put a dot of hot glue on each one and just stick them to it. And I think that totally gives the final touch to these little pumpkin pie slices. Super cute and easy. And now we can DIY the bottom of the tier tray to bring it all together. Now I wanted a sign for the bottom, and I decided to use one of these little chalkboards from the Dollar Tree. They have like a raw wood on the side in the stand, so I'm just going to give that a quick stain with some antique wax by Waverly. And I'm not really going to use the chalkboard, but I really like the fact that this had a frame. It's got a stand. It's a perfect size for the bottom of my tier tray. It's going to fit nicely. I thought we could make a cute little sign. I was kind of using that little rolling pin sign as inspiration for this DIY, and it was green with like a Ray Dunn font on it with orange handles. So I thought I would kind of carry that theme on, and I designed a free printable, and I'll be sure to include that in the description below if you want to recreate. So I just wipe off all the excess stain. I made sure to do the back too, just to make it look finished. And this is the image I designed. It's got that same green color. It's kind of an olive green color that was on the little rolling pin sign. And I put a little wishbone on there and had it say, "Oh, snap," with like a similar kind of font. I think that turned out really cute. And I just cut that down to size. I just printed it out on cardstock on my printer. And I am just going to Mod Podge that on. I like to Mod Podge with cardstock. It's just so much easier. You don't have to worry about wrinkles or anything like that. It's heavy duty. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't get any of the stain on the actual paper on there before I get a chance to seal it. So I was careful of attaching it, and then I just go over the front of it with another coat of Mod Podge just to seal everything down and give it a nice matte finish. I'm going to give that a quick dry, and here it is, our little "Oh Snap" wishbone sign, perfect for Thanksgiving. And it really goes with the vibe of that little rolling pin sign up top, and provides a little green down here at the bottom too. Now for the other side, I'm going to use a Dollar Tree pumpkin. This is kind of a nice tall one. It's a beautifully painted orange. It really doesn't need anything. I like the stem and everything on it. I'm going to use this as is, and I think that goes perfect for Thanksgiving. We're just going to put it down here on the other side. I thought we'd use a few more pine cones. I got some of these from a viewer named Paula. Thank you, Paula. And a little burlap pumpkin too, just for a little filler to go in front of that little pumpkin that we just put down there. Just to kind of fill up the side, just to make it a little bit fuller. And then I have some ideas to fill up the front. Now, for the first one, I really wanted to do an experiment, and so this was totally trial and error, but I didn't have any error. So I just took an old Target dollar spot sign, didn't matter what it was, and I'm just going to cut down some of the burlap bag to go over it, the synthetic burlap. And I wanted to see if I could do a sublimation on these bags. I've never tried it, but I've always thought it might be possible. And I thought I could just put that on there, cover up the image. I did notice though, the burlap is fairly thin. You could still see the image through it. So I'm gonna do it on the back of my sign where it's more plain, but I don't really want this image to be on my board. So I'm just gonna go over the whole thing with ivory acrylic. That's just gonna be the back now. And I haven't done sublimation on my channel in a long time, like so long that my printer was so clogged up. But I got it working properly, and I designed a fun printable, and I will share this with you. It doesn't have a background at all, and so you could recreate it even if you're not set up for sublimation, just by doing your own background. Now, I had to do mine reverse because I'm doing sublimation. So I'm kind of seeing how big I need to cut my sublimation paper down to. And I want it to be a little bit bigger than it so I can, kind of line it up properly without having this big sheet of paper. So I designed this Eat Pie with like a Ray Dunn font and a little pumpkin pie. No background at all, just reversed it. And I thought if I could do sublimation on the little burlap bag, it's already got the plastic coating on the back. That's going to heat up too, and that could adhere it to the wood sign without having to use any Mod Podge or anything. That's what was going on in my mind, so let's see if we can pull it off. I just lay it on top of it and add some parchment paper, and I'm going to go in with my Cricut Easy Press. For regular sublimation time and temperature, I do 400 degrees for 60 seconds. And I was nervous. I did apply pressure the entire 60 seconds to make sure that I got an even sublimation on here. And I was nervous, but I had great results. The only thing I noticed is that it did shrink down the size of the burlap. It made it a little bit smaller, but look how cute it turned out. I was so happy. Just a really fun technique. And I am definitely going to be doing that again because I use that synthetic burlap bags all the time. Look how cute it turned out. So if you're set up for sublimation, you can give it a try too. How perfect is that? It was so easy to do. You can kind of see that the burlap's smaller than my sign Did shrink, so I'll keep that in mind next time. Now for the next item, they have these cute little orange pumpkin candles at the Dollar Tree. Aren't these adorable? I thought I would just pop these into a Dollar Tree candle holder, and I have 3 so I can replace them as needed. I thought it needed a little burlap, so I'm just going to use some burlap ribbon that I got at Pop Shelf and just glue that on the little candle holder. I love all these decorative fall candles they have this year at Dollar Tree. They had some really cute stuff this year. And the pumpkin's going to go great with the Thanksgiving theme. And we have our orange, we have our burlap. It's going to go nicely with everything else. It's nice and little. I can put it right here in front. Now for the next item, I just found this at Target. It was in at their checkout area. They did have them back by their party section, but it is a cute little turkey they have at Target this year. And let me look up the price. I can't remember how much I paid for it. It was only $3. I just looked at my receipt. Isn't it cute? I think it's going to go great with our colors, and it's just the perfect size for a tier tray. So cute. Again, this was Spritz turkey. It's with the party section or at checkout. It's not with the dollar spot. So there he is. I think he's the perfect final touch for this Thanksgiving tier tray for my kitchen. Let me give you a quick look around this little tier tray before we move on to the next one. I love the orange, the green, and the burlap color scheme. And I will be sure to include the free printable for the O Snap if you want to recreate that back there. And for the Eat Pie, it doesn't have a background. It's just the Eat Pie in green and the pumpkin pie. Doesn't that turn out cute? I love the sublimation experiment. So fun, and I think this was really easy to put together. I did the whole thing in less than an hour, and so I think it's perfect for Thanksgiving. Hey guys, I would love to see your DIYs. Be sure to join our private Facebook group. I always have it linked in the description of all of my videos where you can share your DIYs with the rest of us because we would love to see what you've been crafting as well. Now, this is the tier tray we're going to decorate next. This is just an old tier tray I've had for years. I think I got it at Marshall's, and I'm going to decorate it for Thanksgiving. For the first DIY, I'm just going to use one of these Dollar Tree signs. I like the size of it. I like the fact that it's got like a wood background, and I can just redo the front of it. I wanted to make a little pumpkin pie sign, and they have those little hanging signs that you see there at the Dollar Tree. You get 2 of them for $1.25, so great deal. And I want to add the little give thanks to the front of the sign. Now, it does have all that writing and stuff on there, so I'm going to have to cover that up, but I wanted to do like the little pumpkin pie, like with a burlap background, but leaving like that wood on the back of the sign. I like crafting with these size signs from the Dollar Tree. They are a great size. And even though the burlap roll's not quite enough to cover the entire sign, I think we can make it work. So I'm going to go ahead and pop off the pumpkin pie one. The apple pie one is cute as well. And they seem to bring these back every year. I was able to get some more of these this year at the Dollar Tree too. Now to cover up the writing on there so it doesn't show through on the burlap, I'm just going to go over it with some ivory paint just to kind of mask that. It's kind of hard to cover like the black letters on the white background like that without going over it with some white. And I'm just going to clean that up. I got a little bit on the sign. I didn't mean to. And give that a quick dry, and then we can go ahead and put the sign together. I'm just going to cut out enough of the burlap to cover the front here. I'm also going to cut off the end just so it'll kind of be symmetrical. I love these burlap rolls from the Dollar Tree. I have stocked up on like a box of those because I use burlap all the time. To attach it, I just did a bead of hot glue on the top and the bottom of the ribbon. I don't think that will show through very much. And glue that on there. You might not be able to see the writing through there with the pumpkin pie covering it, but I went ahead and painted it just to make sure. I just removed the hanger off of this and the staples that were there just to kind of get that out of the way, and then we can attach the little give thanks pumpkin pie slice to the front of our sign. And since the sign is nice and long, I think it's going to fit nicely. I just hot glue that and set that right there in the front. This is going to be the first item for this Thanksgiving tier tray. Super cute. I love the fact that there's no glitter or anything on the little pie sign. I think it's going to look great right here in front on the top tier. Now for the next DIY, I actually got this at Goodwill. I can't remember what it's called. Um, somebody has told me before what these things are called. But I think it looks great for fall. So I'm just going to take one of the little thankful pumpkins, the leather pumpkins. It has a strap on it and kind of just put that around that just for a little dose of fall. I've used this thrift find in some coastal fall DIYs as well. I just think it's really fun. What is it called? If you know what it's called, tell me in the comments below. I promise I'll remember this time. I just tied the twine on the back. It's a little fragile, so you have to be careful kind of pulling it tight. As you could tell, it kind of wanted to rip on me. But I just wanted a temporary little thankful pumpkin just to add to the front. I think that's going to work. Do you find that you have glitter on everything you get from Dollar Tree? That even had glitter on it. We're going to stand that up back here behind the little pumpkin pie sign, and where you can kind of read thankful over towards the side. Now I found this at the Dollar Tree. Isn't it cute? It's a little metal turkey candle holder just to hold a little tiny candle. I think it's so cute and perfect for a tier tray. It's one of those items that you never know if you're going to find it, but sometimes they have some really cute things. So I just pop in a Dollar Tree little tea light, and I think this is ready to go. I like the brown colors. It's nice and neutral. It's going to look good on my little wood tier tray. We're going to stand him right over here. And since this is a round tier tray, I can kind of decorate all the different sizes. Now check out this thrift find. I got this half price at Goodwill, so it was only like $1.50. Look at this gorgeous turkey. See how colorful it is? It was a candle holder, but I decided to make mine a vase. So I just popped out the little candle holder. It came right out. And then I'm using some florals. These came from Target Dollar Spot for $1. And I thought they looked great for fall. I liked the colors on them. And I thought it'd be fun to mix up one of the palm fronds too. Also from the Target Dollar Spot. Just to do a fun little Thanksgiving floral here. I mean, I guess you could always put a candle in it, but I don't think it would really make sense to have one long candle sticking out of the top of the tier tray. I think it's going to work better as a little Thanksgiving vase. Now, these I got at Dollar Tree. I think these are really pretty. They have like some flowers mixed with like these little like spiral wreaths, and the color looks perfect with the items that I found at the Target Dollar Spot. I love this turkey. It's so traditional. It's so beautiful. And it was only $1.50, so it was almost the same price as the items from the Dollar Tree. Isn't he cute? Maybe not so cute with that waddle. And we're going to put him right here on the top. Now, this is another Target find. This is a Target Dollar Spot turkey, and I actually got this at Target Dollar Spot for $3 last year. I love it because it is like felt, green, orange, and you know what? I accidentally bought it twice. I loved it so much. So, yeah, here's my other one. Maybe I'll just go ahead and use both. Do you ever buy something and then forget you bought it and then buy it again? Yep, that's what I did. But he's cute and I loved him, so I'm just going to put him right here on the top tier as well. Maybe a little pine cone for filler on the sides of him, just to kind of fill up the tier tray, and he's super cute. Now, this is a Dollar Tree little pie pan that says grateful, so I thought that would be perfect for Thanksgiving. Very traditional Thanksgiving vibes, and I love using these on tier trays. I think they're perfect. You can kind of stand them up on their sides so you can still read them, but they're very decorative and just the perfect size for a tier tray. Now that looks pretty good. Now this is a little green, tiny pumpkin from the Target dollar spot, only $1. I think these are so pretty. The color is perfect, I think, for Thanksgiving, and it's a lot easier than making it. It's only $1. We're gonna put that down here and we're gonna start decorating the bottom of this Thanksgiving tier tray. Maybe a few more pine cones as filler. And remember that other turkey? We might as well use it. We have it, I mean. I'm just going to do it on a different side than I used it up top, so it won't be super obvious because I'm going to be using this tier tray on a table, so you're going to be able to see it from all directions. Now, this is really cute. I got this at the Target dollar spot for only $1, and it's just a little cutting board sign for Thanksgiving. It says, eat together, live thankfully, gather often. I love the little dollar signs that you can get at the Target dollar spot. I'm going to stand that up against the pole there in the back. And then we have another Dollar Tree DIY. I love to craft with these little metal signs like this from the Dollar Tree because you can use the little rub-on transfer stickers and stuff like that on them, and you can just have a great galvanized metal back. Now, the back of mine was damaged, so I'm going to try to remove the paint on the front. I've done this before with some success. I'm using some fingernail polish remover, the acetone, and a paper towel, and look how that paint came off. Now, on some items from the Dollar Tree, I've tried this and it hasn't worked, so I wouldn't guarantee it's going to work on everything, but with a little bit of elbow grease, now I just have a blank galvanized metal sign with a wood frame, so it's going to be perfect for crafting. To decorate, instead of using like a window decal, I'm going to use one of the little rub-on transfer stickers for fall. These are even better, and I think this is going to be great. It's going to go with the Thanksgiving vibe and just a quick, easy way to make a little sign for a Thanksgiving tier tray. This one says grateful, thankful, and blessed. I'm just going to peel off the back and sit this on. It's one of the rub-on ones, so I'm going to have to rub it to get it attached. I thought I would kind of trim down the bottom. It's going to make it a little bit easier to get it in here. And that is why I've stocked up on those galvanized metal signs like that. I think they are perfect blanks for crafting. All you have to do is remove the paint that was already on there. Doesn't matter what they said before. I'm just using one of the little Cricut scraper tools from the Dollar Tree to make sure it's good and down. Always make sure it is, because if it's not, you can always lay it back. And do a little bit more scraping until you have a perfect transfer. And you can't even tell that you started pulling it off too early. Isn't that cute? Super easy, quick. I love the galvanized metal. I think that's going to go great on this tier tray. And it's the perfect size for the bottom. It's going to fit nicely. Isn't that beautiful? We're going to put it right here next to our little turkey twin. Now for the next item, this is a yardstick from the Dollar Tree, one of like the corn on the cob. I thought that would go really well with the Thanksgiving theme. This year they have some that have like the wood beads too. They're super cute. I'm just going to use my pliers and break off the metal stake and just use the little mesh wire corn on the cob. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it yellow and orange. I think that goes great for a Thanksgiving decor. We're going to lay that right here in front of our little grateful, thankful, blessed sign. Now, I found this at the Dollar Tree, the Be Blessed, Be Thankful little stacked pumpkins. They're in blue. They're so cute. But sometimes when you get items from the Dollar Tree, they're a little bit banged up like that. But that's okay. We can give it a quick touch up. I'm just going to use a paint pen and kind of remake the top of this. They have these again this year. I picked one of these up and I used it on one of my fall tray DIYs, if you remember. I think that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? And we're going to add that down here to the bottom tier. Perfect height, and it definitely goes with the thankful vibes. Maybe a pine cone back here to kind of fill up some of the empty space. And then I found this great turkey coffee mug at Target. I love getting their seasonal coffee mugs. They're so cute. I think it was $5. I totally not for sure, but they usually are when I get those from Dollar Tree or Target, I mean. And I'm going to make mine into a vase. So I'm going to use some floral foam from Dollar Tree and just cut that down so it'll fit inside the coffee mug. And then I thought I could use some of the orange and yellow fall leaf garland from the Dollar Tree to do a fun little fall display in there. I'm just going to go ahead and take the leaves off the garland just by pulling them off and then just pushing that stem into the floral foam so we can get a little fall display. I noticed that if I had two attached, they're definitely not going to stay in there too well. I wanted kind of a variation of the colors. And just trying to make this work. It didn't want to stick in. As you could see, it was kind of fighting me. I think that my stems weren't quite long enough. But I'm trying to persevere here. So I'm going to add a few more here. And then I decided maybe a little hot glue is going to help out. I'm thinking it probably didn't help that my floral foam wasn't quite as big as I wanted it to be, but I just kind of glued everything together. Basically, I just wanted a pile of fall leaves coming out of the little turkey mug. The turkey mug is kind of the star of the show. It's so pretty. I love for Halloween, Christmas. I get these for every season. And then to kind of fill up the front, I thought maybe some Dollar Tree acorns would be cute. Do a little pile of acorns right there on top of the fall leaves, and it finishes off the fall vibe for my Thanksgiving tier tray. Look how beautiful that mug is. I love it. He's got a little blue, yellow, and red head. We're going to sit that right here next to our little Be Blessed, Be Thankful pumpkins. So this is kind of a very traditional Thanksgiving theme as well. Now for the next sign, this is another thrift find sign. It was just about the right size, so we're going to use it, but you could always use a Dollar Tree sign. I wanted something long so I could do like one of those leather words from the Dollar Tree. And we've used green a lot on this tier tray, so I'm going to try green for it. This was an old Halloween sign that somebody thrifted, and I'm just going to go over the whole thing. Just with some white paint, just to kind of give me a blank canvas. Don't be afraid to check your thrift store for signs. If you're going to be remaking it anyway, you can get great deals. I used to get half off at my Goodwill all the time, but they don't seem to be doing that anymore. But I could really stock up. Now, since I've got it painted white over the black and all the writing, then I can go back in with my leafy green color and paint it. I'm going to go ahead and paint the stand. I like this sign as well, like I did on the last tier tray, because it's got a stand built in. So just one more thing I don't have to make. So I went ahead and painted the back stand. So, because you might be able to see that on a tier tray. And then I can go ahead and paint the front and the front base as well. Just with that green color, I kind of just wanted a green background. I thought that would look good with like the tan leather words. And I thought we'd make a really cute, easy little fall sign with these. This is what it looks like when it's dried. And I love these leather words. How cute are these? This is the word thankful, so it's perfect for Thanksgiving, and it's just the right size for this sign that I found. I'm going to attach it with a little bit of hot glue. These things are so heavy duty, you can totally use hot glue on them. It won't damage them at all. And some on each end and in the middle to make sure it stays good and stuck, and lay that right there on the front of my sign. Now, I also have some acorns from the Dollar Tree there. I thought that would be a fun thing to add to the sign as well. And kind of break it up a little bit. And then I also had one of these like little leather straps from the little leather, pumpkins and leaves and stuff like that left over from another DIY. And I was thinking that might be a cute little strap to go across the front of it to kind of break up all the green, and it's going to go great with the leather that we used for the thankful. So I just kind of cut mine in half. I actually want to use the knot design. I think that's going to make it look cute. And then I can just attach that to the back of my sign with some hot glue, just by wrapping that around there. And just a fun way to use some of my scraps. You know, a crafter, you leave nothing to waste. There's usually something cute you can do with it. So that's what it looks like so far, and now it's time to add the little Dollar Tree acorns. If you have real acorns in your yard, you could totally use those as well. I like these better than the wood ones because I don't have to paint them. It's just a step solved. And I'm just going to glue that right here on the little ledge. A little fun touch. And maybe another one as well. Kind of did one a little bit darker than the other. And do I need one more? Yeah, I think so. So that's just a fun fall thankful sign. I think it's going to look really cute on that tier tray, especially since we have like the green turkeys and stuff like that to decorate this tier tray. We're going to put it right here in front. I think it's going to fit nicely right about here. And we are done with this Thanksgiving tier tray. I'm going to give you a quick look around at all of the fun DIYs. We got thrift finds, Target Dollar Spot, we've got Dollar Tree. We've got all kinds of stuff going on here. You know what? With Thanksgiving, I find more turkeys and stuff like that vase at Goodwill than I find anywhere else. But this is just another option with some fun Thanksgiving tier tray DIYs for you, hopefully to give you some inspiration for your Thanksgiving tier tray. I think this one turned out really cute too. Very earthy colors on this one. And of course, I love all of the turkeys. And the corn is kind of a nice touch too, right? Really fun. This would be great for like a table or something like that. Somewhere where you're going to be able to see it from all directions, either like a dining table or even like your coffee table. I love how it turned out. Really sweet. And we still have one more Thanksgiving tier tray DIY for you today. This one is my giant 3-tier tray, metal tier tray that I got at Target. And I'm going to do kind of a blue beach theme for a coastal Thanksgiving. So it's not going to be super beachy, but I'm going to use beachy colors. So I thought this like mint green, bluish burlap ribbon from the Dollar Tree would be really cute to kind of set the stage. And I'm just going over all 3 of my tiers. My tier tray is really large, and so I can't really get it all in the shot, but I think you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just hot gluing that around. I want like all the seams to kind of be on the back of my tier tray. And I'm going to kind of continue this color throughout these Thanksgiving DIYs. And just to bring, you know, a little beachy coastal touch to it and some more fun options for your Thanksgiving tier tray. Now for the first DIY, I'm going to mix up some chalk paint. I'll be sure to include the recipe below. It's just calcium carbonate that I get on Amazon, water and acrylic paint, and you can DIY your own chalk paint. Didn't really have that color of the ribbon, so I mixed some blues and greens together until I got about a similar color. And I thought we could update one of the little metal give thanks yardsticks from the Dollar Tree and paint that and actually use that as a tier tray decor. So I just pop the little wire stake off the back. I love the little give thanks with the bicycle, but I wanted mine to match my color scheme for this tier tray. So I'm going to use that DIY chalk paint that I made to kind of match the ribbon that we used. And I'm just going to simply repaint all the edges of that, but leave the image on there. Just kind of giving it a quick little makeover to make it more what I was going for. And you don't have to use traditional colors, you know, you can always use blues and stuff like that, whatever's going to look the best in your house. I do go over it with a second coat just to make sure that I get all the orange good and covered on there. It's also got an orange stem here, so I'm going to kind of move the leaf out of the way and a little curly tendril as well. We're going to paint everything blue, but leave the little bicycle on there because I always love bicycle for decor. I do go over it with a little bit of ivory too, just to kind of give it a light distress all over. It's going to give me kind of that coastal farmhouse vibe and just kind of break it up a little bit. And I think that looks pretty good. That's going to fill up the top of this tier tray because it's such a large piece. I'm just going to kind of sit this right inside the tier tray, kind of lean that up against the pole there in the back. And just one DIY filled that up. Now for the next item, I found this at the Target dollar spot. It's a little burlap. I guess these are like doorknob pillows, but I like to use them on my tier tray. I just cut the handles off. It says Grateful Hearts Gather Here, and it's going to be a great filler here for the second tier of my tier tray. And the next item is a little velvet pumpkin from the Dollar Tree. The color on this I think was great for Thanksgiving. It's kind of like that honey color, and I think these are so pretty. I'm going to put it right here on the side of the little Thanksgiving pillow. Now, this is just like the one we used on the last tier tray. It says Be Blessed, Be Thankful. It's from the Dollar Tree, but this one is an orange. So another option. And I wanted to add a little blue to it just for fun, right? So I'm just going to repaint the little stem and leaves here at the top in that blue color that we mixed up, just to bring in a little bit of the color scheme because I'm trying to go with like the blues and the oranges. Now for the next DIY, I picked up one of these little turkey boxes. I was curious to see if I could like pop a turkey off of it to just kind of make my own little turkey sign without having to use the turkey box because, you know, sometimes you don't like those little boxes. Like, they're kind of hard to decorate with. So I just did it. I just took it all apart. It actually worked out well. I guess you can leave some of the box on it and just take one of the turkeys off if you wanted. And then, well, we're going to do a fun little turkey DIY. Who says the turkey has to be a traditional color? You can always make yours blue, and that's what I'm doing. Just going over with that same color. I did have to use a wood block to kind of stand it up, so I guess I could have left some of the stand on it because I do need it to stand up on my tier tray. So I just glued that to the back. And then I'm going to use a little fall give thanks word here for the front. I'm just going to use some hot glue to attach that to the front. This is like the natural wood color, but I think it's going to look great up against the little blue turkey for a coastal farmhouse vibe. Now, once I got that all painted that color, I'm going to go over the whole thing, distress everything with like a little whitewash of ivory to give it that coastal vibe that we did before. Wiping off any excess, just giving that little, you know, distressed blue that I love so much. Just adding a little more, making sure all my distressing is even. And this one is ready to go. We're going to put it right here in front. It's so cute. So it did work. And our little Be Blessed, Be Thankful pumpkins right next to it to fill up the little second tier of this Thanksgiving tier tray. Now, I got these wood beads at Dollar Tree. They're not necessarily fall, but I thought we could make them fall. I have a little gourd pumpkin left over from, I think I got this at Target Dollar Spot. Just something I had left over. I'm just actually going to tie it to the end of my wood bead garland. Now, this year at Dollar Tree, they did have fall wood bead garlands, so you could always use those as well. They had leaf ones and pumpkin ones with little galvanized metal shapes in with the wood beads. I'm going to DIY a tassel for the end of my wood bead garland. I just take Dollar Tree twine, wrapped it around my fist till it's nice and full, then take another piece of twine and tie that off, and we're going to make our own little DIY tassel. I cut the opposite end to form the tassel, and then another piece of twine to wrap around, tie that off, and then wrap that around to form the top part of the tassel. So even if you don't have like a pre-made tassel already on those Dollar Tree ones, I kind of like the twine better than like the yellow string that they use on them a lot. They're pretty easy to make. And I just tie that off, trimming up my little tassel where all of my twine is pretty much the same length. And then I can tie that to the wood bead garland from Dollar Tree. We're going to leave it raw wood and unfinished like that. I think that's going to be perfect. And I just tie that on, kind of wrapping my extra twine around just to kind of hide it a little bit. And I'm just going to glue that down to kind of make that all blend in there. And a quick, easy little fall wood bead garland. We've got our little gourd on one end, DIY tassel on the other. And I love wood bead garlands for tier trays. I think they're so much fun. You can kind of like drape them over the side like that, make a little statement. This one's pretty long, so you can kind of wrap it around whatever you want. You can even go opposite tiers if you need to. And I'm just going to kind of wrap mine all the way around, let it hang down to the third tier. And we've got the second tier pretty full. It's nice and colorful, very blue, and perfect for coastal Thanksgiving colors. I think the turkey turned out really cute with that little give thanks on the front. Now for the bottom tier, we've got another whole tier because this is a 3-tier tier tray to decorate. I found this great turkey basket at Goodwill. I told you Goodwill is a great place to go for turkeys. And I thought we would just fill it up with Dollar Tree pumpkins. I've got like a variety of different colors, shapes, and sizes, even some of the Dollar Tree gourds. Those are perfect for Thanksgiving. I just want it to look really full, very colorful, kind of like a cornucopia, and this little wicker turkey basket. And it actually fits on my third tier here, where I have lots of room because it's nice and big down here. And we're just gonna put it in right here on the side. Isn't that so cute? I love him. Now for the next DIY, I'm just going to use one of these little wood pumpkins they have every year at the Dollar Tree, but we're going to kind of DIY it and make it our own. I just kind of removed the glitter on it the best I could with a sanding sponge, and I'm going to try to decorate the back of mine. So just a matter of getting the little pesky sticker off. I think I use my heat gun for that as much as I use it for drying paint. It works great for that. We're going to use that same color that we mixed up, that minty green-blue color. It's almost the same color as this pumpkin was already, so it doesn't take much to update it to that color. And we're going to do a quick, easy little Thanksgiving DIY with that. And it makes a great blank like that if you just decorate the back. I'm going to use that Grateful, Thankful, Blessed rub on again. I think that's going to be perfect for this tier tray. And I just peel off the back, stick it on the front, and then scrape it down. I've made so many things with this size pumpkin from the Dollar Tree. I always grab these every year because I love to DIY with them. They're the perfect size, and I like the little rounded corners that they have on them too. I finally got it down, and that's what it looks like so far. I did get a little paint on the stem, but that's okay because I plan to decorate it anyway with a little Dollar Tree twine. I just start with some hot glue at the bottom to attach it, wrap it all the way around, securing it with a little hot glue there on top. And I kind of have like a two-sided sign right there with the image that was already on the back. But I really want it to be the Grateful, Thankful, Blessed. I had a little bit of scrap greenery laying around, so I thought I would use that for some pumpkin leaves on the top. I just hot glue those little tiny leaves right there to the top. And then to go with my coastal farmhouse vibe, I give it like a light whitewash all over with some ivory paint so I can give it a quick distress. Give it a quick dry about halfway, wipe off the excess, and it gives me a quick, easy distress. And it's going to kind of make it go with that distressed blue that we've been using on the other DIYs. I did another coat because I didn't think it was quite distressed enough. And now it's ready to go. We're going to put it right here. And then for the other one, I'm going to do another one of the little pumpkin signs from the Dollar Tree. This one's the orange one. Try to get rid of the glitter on that one as well. And I wanted to make this one a little turkey pumpkin for Thanksgiving. I thought that'd be really cute. So again, we're just going to remove the little tag here on the back. And I found some great turkey napkins, the party section at Target. I don't know if they have any at Dollar Tree or not, but I always love to use seasonal napkins anyway, and I always try to grab one for crafting. I just do a thin layer of Mod Podge all over, separate the napkin into one layer. Look at that beautiful turkey on the front of it, and just sit that flat against the front of the pumpkin. And then I'm going to go around all the edges and sand off that like little octagon shape that the pumpkin is, and it gives me a perfect cut. When you do Mod Podge with a napkin, you're going to want to make sure to get one coat. That's really key. I'm also going to whitewash it with that ivory paint that I mixed up to kind of give it a distressed feel too. And carefully get that dry. I don't want to damage that napkin at all, but I just want it to look kind of aged and distressed, like everything else we've been crafting for this tier tray. I did have to go in and kind of dry it a little bit to make sure that all of the paint was kind of soaked in, and I'm going to distress it a little bit more just to make sure that it had like an even level of distressing all over. For the stem again, I'm going to use some twine. I just hot glue there on the back, wrap that around. And I kind of have a double-sided sign again, but you're really only going to be able to see this pumpkin from the front, so I think it's going to work. Now, just like the other one, I just attaching some greenery that I had just to make a few little leaves on the top of my pumpkin, just to give it a little bit more character on the side of my little twine pumpkin stem. And here it is, my little turkey pumpkin. A fun idea if you have like a little Thanksgiving napkin. We're going to put that right there to the side of the blue one. I think they look really cute together. Now, this is from the fall section at the Dollar Tree, a monogram pumpkin that looks like wood with our monogram on it. And I told you Goodwill is the place to find turkeys. I found this great little turkey, what would you call this? Like a little finial or something like that. And I'm going to give it a little bit of our beachy blue just by painting the base of it, that color that we mixed up for these DIYs, but leaving the turkey like the color that it was. I like that traditional color, but mixing it again with our beachy blue because there's no rules with this Thanksgiving tier tray. And it's just a way to take a little thrift flip sign, add to it, and kind of make it go with what you wanted. Had to touch mine up a little bit there. Being a thrifted item, you might have a chip or two, but I think it's really cute, and I think it's a perfect size for the tier tray. Once I got it painted blue, I whitewashed mine with ivory as well, so I can get that light distress all over. Just another way you can kind of get that coastal farmhouse distressing vibe. If you have like a little bit thinner coat of paint. And I'm just going to wipe off the excess paint. It brings out all that great detail on the base and makes it look super cute. And we're going to put that pumpkin and the little turkey right next to it down here on the bottom of our Thanksgiving tier tray. I have room for one more item, so I thought this little pumpkin that I got at Dollar Tree, it's so cute. It's like orange and brown, speckled, totally gives me like Thanksgiving vibes. And another thing of Thanksgiving fall leaves to use as filler to make sure we don't have like any areas without any decorations here. So I'm just going to kind of string that like leaf garland around everything down here on the bottom tier to give it a nice fun fall touch. And I love those turkeys that I found at Goodwill. They're so cute. I don't know why people they donate turkeys like crazy at Goodwill. They're hard to find. You got to hold on to those things. And I kind of want to use the whole piece, so I just kind of string it around until it works. You could always take your leaves off and kind of individually place them, but they're already strung together in a garland, so I thought that might be easier just to leave them all together. So let me give you a little look around how this one turned out. This was definitely my biggest Thanksgiving tier tray that I've ever done with the 3-tiered tray, but I love the little surprise of blue on this one. It's not something that you would expect for Thanksgiving, But look how the orange like really pops against the blue. Very cute projects were all pretty simple to do and lots of fun details. I've kind of gotten away from using the wood bead garland on my tier trays lately. I need to bring that back. I really like that touch. It's so cute. And so many fun, like Goodwill finds on this one too. That really make it special. I absolutely love that little turkey basket. Adorable. And you can really find some good deals on stuff like that at the thrift stores if you can get it at the right price. Sometimes Goodwill wants to charge an arm and a leg for things, I've noticed. But some fun little pumpkin projects back there as well. Incorporating like the turkey and napkin. I love that. I think that little turkey there in the front is probably my favorite. It's just so cute. And a little unexpected with the blue, but I really love it. And I always try to add a little blue to my home decor. Okay, you've made it all the way to the final reveal. I really hope you enjoyed all 4 Thanksgiving tier tray DIYs that I had for you today. I had a great time putting this video together. Be sure to let me know which one of the tier trays was your favorite. 1, 2, 3, or 4 down in the comments below. And enjoy the final reveal.
Let's get some sun, baby, it's time to go. All we need to put on is the radio. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh, no, we run the show. Let's get louder, come on, lose control. Got to live or we get too old. Come on, shine, shine a little tonight. Let's get louder, come on, lose control. Ain't no limit when we go for gold. We can shine, shine a little tonight. Shine a little tonight. Shine a little Let's hit the club, time to make a move. We got it late, ain't got nothing to prove. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh, no, we run the show. Let's get louder, come on, lose control. Got to live or we get too old. Come on, shine, shine a little tonight. Let's get louder, come on, lose control. Ain't no limit while we go for gold. We can shine, shine a little tonight. Shine a little tonight. Shine a little tonight. Oh, shine a little tonight. Oh yeah, we can shine, shine a little tonight. We can shine, shine a little tonight. Shine a little tonight. Let's get some sun, baby, it's time to go. All we need to put on is the radio. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh, no, we run
Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of today's video. I'd also like to thank my Crafty Beach Bum members here on YouTube for supporting my channel. Thank you to Karen O'Haron, Melinda Elizabeth, Jamie Job, Susan Edmonds, Tracy Knight, Janae Farrington, Pamelia Wren, Donna Schreiner, Live Another Day, Maren Christensen, Adrian Brolt, Debbie Middleton, Red Mama, Tammy Muir, and Donna Tanner. I appreciate you guys all so much. Every little bit helps. If you would like to become a Crafty Beach Bum member, all you have to do is hit the join button next to today's video. You're going to get early ad-free access to my content here on YouTube, and it is $4.99 a month, and you're free to cancel at any time. Okay, would you like more Thanksgiving Dollar Tree DIYs? I actually have lots of videos of these, so check out one of these videos right here. And until next time, happy crafting and happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully you have a wonderful feast like this one.